very lovely good morning, afternoon, and evening to whoever is watching this very 11th episode of the Youth Pulse podcast with me ديكو دي أندرو. وفي كل مرة بكون عندنا مواضيع، في كل مرة بكون عندنا ضيوف، لكن ليومنا ليلة بكون في موضوع شيق، ممكن نقول شيق، اللي هو بنتكلم عن technology and how we can use a technology to empower ourselves as youth. But first and foremost, why not we introduce our guests for today, then we dive in. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Anata, mom, tell us your name and what are you doing?
All right. To my dear listeners and viewers outside there, I'm Gabriel Mayol, a cardiovascular technology student at Maharaja University, India.
Okay.
Also the CEO of Mayo Light Educational Consult,
Mm-hmm.
India and Juba we operate.
Mm-hmm.
And also a songwriter.
This is something that I didn't know about you, by the way.
Actually, I just try to keep it low-key.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
That's
it.
interesting. When it comes to 2024, we have a lot of technology around.
That's
Everything is now technology, even it's starting with the phones that we are holding, the
Yeah.
computers that we are operating
true.
with.
That's true.
Even there is the Tesla cars that
As
also
you can see, yeah.
the electric car and the relatable to technology type of gadgets. But when it comes to technology, what do you think like the access of technology has changed the way young people learn and educate themselves to develop or even educate themselves?
All right. Technology has provided a lot of access to information. For example, today we are not limited as in
Yes.
the old days. In the old days, we would only get information from our elders, like through storytelling and more of that sort.
And even via birds.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So we used to date back to history,
Yeah.
but through our elders.
Mm-hmm.
But as of today, we have access.
Mhm.
So, for example, we use Google as a learning platform.
Yes.
We just type any information that you really want to access. You type and you get the information. YouTube for a lot of learners. Me, I'm active user for YouTube,
Okay.
for example.
Mhm.
I find it hard sometimes to, listen and understand from my lecturer.
Okay.
So some processes I would need to go back and use these platforms to understand better.
Yes.
On YouTube, for example, you'll find a lot
Mm.
of lecturers with different levels of education. You'll find master degree holders,
Yes.
professors, and more. So in that case, you are able to get access to information from different points of view,
Yes.
which gives you at least a better experience of understanding of what you're doing.
Mm.
So the media has provided a lot of channels also.
Mhm.
For example, right now, we are able to know what's happening in East Africa, for example, in Uganda, while I'm here,
Yes.
at the same time.
Mm.
In the old days, you can only know this
You'll
if
hear the
someone came
news
from
after.
there and
Aha.
just came and told you the story.
And that will be Bingurulo the Akhbar Bayt. They bukun al maybe it had happened 2 months ago. You come and just hear about it
Yeah,
just
and
right now.
Let's say it was a job opportunity.
I
So
know.
you already left out. People have gone way
Yes,
forward.
yes, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
So that's not the only way. We find online learning.
Mm.
For example, I'm able to study in a university that is in India or UK.
Mhm.
In India or UK or maybe even in USA.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I have the finance to do that, yeah, I can.
Yes.
So it's all about knowing the site where you can get the university. You follow your procedures for registration, and you get along. You learn.
That's for sure. Now, with a personal experience, like what can you share to us where technology have played a crucial role in your personal development or education? Because I myself, I can tell you that when I was in the university, of course,
Yeah.
like that's the time like we're able to be accessing internet and even computers. There's this time, there's a lecturer, he gave us a coursework. So like I was looking left and right, who will give me this idea, in which I have already mentioned earlier. I just went to YouTube, tuck, and I just Google
Yeah, you
and I
can
watched
see.
and I watched the tutorials by the way and
Uh-huh.
the steps, and I got my 8.8 out of a 10
Yeah, so
coursework. So like it was just an easy thing for me.
yeah, so previously I told you about YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but then I'm not only limited to YouTube. Yeah, so I also use ChatGPT. I don't know if you're aware about it.
AI.
Yeah, so that's more of AI.
Yeah.
And this is more of a shortcut because it does a lot of work. It does not only provide notes, it can also do PowerPoint, can also do, if you want to do a presentation, you can get the notes and then you transfer to your PowerPoint,
Yeah.
you do the editing, and you are good to go. So ChatGPT has been a very, very significant portion of my life for the past 2 years, actually. Honestly,
I'm telling you,
all
lecturers.
my notes.
I'm telling your lecturers.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
It's them to also realize that
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be good enough because
Yeah.
we are more like, I don't know how best can I say, they are followers. Yeah. So if you are not that good enough, then someone will find another way of solving the problem.
Yes.
And
Yes.
with the level of technology, why not? We have to take the advantage.
And even the good thing, like you have mentioned about solving problems, like what are some of the innovative ways that technology has been used to solve problems, specifically to the youth in our community? Because like as a student, we have mentioned the chat GBT
Yeah.
and the AI, but it's still when it comes to our society and the youth, I feel like technology still can be used in many ways to be solving problems, not only education, but also for the business owners, the youth business owners as well. Like I feel like the technology have still a very good impact on changing and solving problems around the youth.
Honestly, this is the part whereby I wanted really to specialize on encouraging our youth outside there. You see, most of our youth become so dependent on the chances that the government provides.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are only liable to what we study in the book. For example, I want to be a doctor.
The theories.
I want to be a lawyer. Those kind of theories. But they don't focus on personal development, on the skills.
Yes.
And with the level of technology today, AI is advancing.
Yes.
So you have to catch up. You don't catch up, you will be left behind. So what I can say is, one way that technology has contributed to the youth
Yes.
is providing platforms that students are able to learn. Yeah. Develop their own skills and use these skills to apply for different jobs and be effective, like competitive.
Yes.
And then the other way is that technology also gives the chance for students, mostly those who are seeking opportunities. Let's talk of scholarships. And there are those who have just completed their universities, graduated. They're also looking for job opportunities as well. So it gives this kind of youth opportunity to get these chances. You get your scholarship, you go and study abroad, or you get a job position, you fill in the requirements, and you get there. For example, I told you last time when we met, I told you about the Mayo Light Educational Consultancy.
Yes.
Yeah, whereby we do advertise for partial scholarships to students to study abroad. So if the student has not found the advert online, for example, maybe we use your channel for advertisement.
Yes.
Like today I saw one online.
Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, the student can be able to go and access it, provided they are liable to the financial standard. Of course, they can take it because it. Some of these opportunities are advertised because of their positive impact to the people. For example, it will be more affordable if it is a scholarship.
Yes.
Yeah. And then if it is a job opportunity, it's advertised because we believe that these youth have the competitive skill
That's
to compete for them. So that's why they advertise it online. And 80% of the people on media right now are the youth.
Yes, that's for sure. And even when it comes to social media, I feel like social media, it can be used as a leverage to empower youth entrepreneurs especially. And what do you think are let me say, the potential pitfalls to be aware of whenever using media? Because someone can tell you like the teachers and the professors are now on TikTok. Because like someone can just be watching short clips on TikTok and they feel like the knowledge is there, but sometimes I feel like it's it's just something of a disadvantage. I don't call it disadvantage, but still.
Yeah, actually, we also need to be aware that there are fraudsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
On different media platforms, actually, there are fraudsters. So someone has found it as a way of marketing himself and making it a soft kind of employment.
And
so
even
if he
they
doesn't
call them
have
content creators.
Yeah, so they are content creators.
Yeah.
Even when they don't have the real knowledge. And viewers outside there should be very critical about this.
Yes.
Someone can go and teach you about something you completely don't know. So you have no idea about it. You cannot tell this person is telling you things that are not right or they are wrong. So you just keep learning, but you're not sure what the person is teaching you.
That's for sure.
Yeah. But then when we talk about the setbacks, especially to entrepreneurs, I would say reputation is a very key part of your business.
Okay.
If you're a business lady or businessman, you also need to look at the reputation of your business. For example, today, MTN is the biggest telecom company here,
Mm.
and they do a lot of sponsorship.
Mm.
Look at our basketball team today,
Yes.
and a lot of other things they do sponsor them.
Mm.
So in this way, they are advertising and marketing themselves.
Mm.
When you go and watch a South Sudanese basketball
Yeah.
match,
Mm.
you can see the whole
It's
yellow. Stadium is in yellow. You can
Yes,
see that, right?
yes.
So it's more of advertisement.
Mm.
But then when we look at the reputational part,
Mm.
we talk of how people view them.
Mm.
However good they are, they have setbacks.
Yes.
So you find out that their data and
Mm.
their expenses are a little bit costly. Like
Mm.
it's hard to afford a
Mm.
MTN
Yes.
telecommunication network right now.
Mm.
So it's now how viewers use it against them. For example, I don't know if you know this young boy calling himself a head boy machot, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
There was one video that I watched of him, and he uploaded. He was complaining. There was a time MTN did the change.
Yes.
Yeah.
When the Thrive went a little bit higher.
Yeah, that is it. So they increased the Zol Kabir from
Mm.
around 1,200 something
Yes.
to 2,300.
Mm.
I don't know
Mm.
right now. 210. Yeah.
Mm.
So that he took it to his TikTok
Mm.
part
Make it fun.
and made a video, and he was like, "No, you guys, you are increasing things. You should
Yeah.
also make for us Zol Saker."
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, it will interchange how viewers think
Mm.
about
MTN.
MTN.
Mm.
So you will find that out of 10,000 followers of
Mm.
his,
Mm.
you find 5,000
They're
have
cutting.
changed their mind. Maybe they've
Yes.
gone to Zain or to Digital.
Yes, yes.
So that is part of reputation.
Mm.
Yeah. So in addition to that, we also talk about time management
Mhm.
and resource management
Yes.
all in once. As a digital trader, someone
Mm.
who manages his business online also,
Mm.
you'll find out that your time and resources are not balanced because you have to use different media platforms. Let's
Yes.
say you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, and you're
Mm.
on TikTok. All these social
need to
media
be
platforms,
active.
you have to be active and
Yes.
robust. Like
Mm.
you have to give them back-to-back information.
Mm.
And if you're not robust, they are not going to trust you.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And with the resources,
Mm.
they require a lot of money
That's for sure.
for you to manage them, the airtime,
But now when
the
it comes,
boosting.
yes,
You have to boost it.
that's for sure.
Yeah,
But when it
so-
comes to South Sudan, of course, is not. You have mentioned already the population of the whole nation, like 72% are youth, and some youth, I can tell you that. Minimum don't have access to internet and technology. In that part, like, how do you think it will be of a help for those people who are having the gadget and who are having the technology to make some awareness and even reaching the people who don't have, and even to show them how they can be using the technology in a very proper manner?
You said, how will it be of help?
Yes, for you, for instance, you know
Mm.
how to use your computer,
Mm.
you know how to use your phone, right?
Yeah.
Now, for those people who don't know, how can you be an influence to change on and even make an awareness for them to be knowing there's this and this and that?
Okay, I think the best ways for us to be able to educate those who have no influence into technology is by teaching them the advantage of technology.
Yes.
You know, when you tell someone the reason to do something,
Mm.
that's when the person knows how to do it.
Yes.
Like, you must tell me why I should do this for
Mm.
me to gain, okay, I can do it.
Mm.
So you need to educate them that right now, the advancement in technology is taking over very many job opportunities.
Mhm.
So it's upon you now to develop yourself, acquire more skills,
Mhm.
and stabilize yourself.
Mm.
So that when you come around, you find that technology has taken part of opportunities. Like you
Yes.
talked about Tesla in the early beginnings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, self-driven cars.
Mm.
Let's say tomorrow, South Sudan is among the first world countries, or
Mm.
we get advanced and we have Tesla, self-driven countries here.
Mm.
Where our drivers gonna go?
That's for sure.
Yeah, so you have to also advance, develop
Mm.
yourself in other parts and sectors.
Yeah.
And that's where some of us who have the knowledge come in. We have to advocate
Mhm.
and do civic education.
Yes.
And sometimes we can do it in terms of a campaign
Mhm.
within the area,
Mhm.
whereby we educate the youth within the area and also the community about like what are the improvement that they can have, what things they should do, and what skills specifically they should acquire.
Okay. Interesting. And as well, you mentioned about employment, yeah?
Yeah.
In what ways has the technology improved job perspective and employability for the youth and the young people?
Okay, technology in most, I always refer to social media because that's where majority of the youth
Yes, are.
are.
And by the way, Facebook is one of them.
Facebook is like
Do you know, like,
Top
this
one.
is a note I've been, whenever like we talk about technology and social media,
Mm.
do you know South Sudan is the first country in Africa that they overuse Facebook?
Yo,
When it comes to statistics,
just find out scrolling,
just
scrolling,
know, even we
scrolling.
do
That's it.
have free mood. So like you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I went to Uganda,
Mhm.
in Kenya, I've not heard about the framework.
Yes.
Also, the same in India.
Mm.
It's not there. If
Yes.
you don't have your Wi-Fi, bro,
That's
you're
no
left
for you.
out for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, dating back to the question,
Mhm.
you said what was the question?
About the employment, like how, in what ways technology have improved a job perspective and employability for the young youth.
All right.
Mm.
You see, we find out that most of the job opportunities
Mm.
are advertised
Mhm.
via online
Yes.
platforms.
Yes.
So in this way, the young people
Mhm.
find the opportunities.
Mm.
Right now, we have job matching apps.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
in Uganda
Mhm.
and also here. It was recently introduced here.
Mm.
Yeah. So in these job matching apps, you can
Mm.
go there, Google what opportunities are, which
Mm.
companies are available and
Mhm.
giving out the opportunities,
Yes.
and yeah, fill in your
Your CV.
CV, your
Mm.
documents,
Yes.
and apply.
Mm.
So depends now on your capability and competitiveness
Oh, yeah, that's
get
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
And even like to add more, like there are many opportunities that is being there posted, but
Mm.
you know the disbelief of people. They say African believe by saying, they say,
That's the truth.
those people are posting this job opportunities already. There is someone there, but you never know. You just apply
No,
and
that's the reality. That's the
yes.
reality. We believe by seeing, like, okay, it's here physically.
Yes, that's for sure.
But that is where we get limited. Why?
Yes.
Because it's where mostly
Mm.
setbacks like
Mm.
corruption comes in.
Mhm.
Because right now, let's say the government advertises 10 key positions,
Mhm.
maybe in the central bank
Yes.
or any other platform, maybe
Mhm.
in the Ministry of Interior.
Mm.
You will find out that before even they are announced,
There are already people.
they are already
occupying
taken. They are already occupied.
Yeah.
So where are you going to take your certificate to?
That's for
So
sure.
you need to develop yourself
Mm.
skillfully through the technological ways and also through the platforms that the media offers you.
Okay, and as well to add on what you said, like you have to be skilled, you have to be knowledgeable, and as well you need to be innovative because, like, of course, they're looking for someone who will be adding something to what they already have.
That's
Because, like, for some legitimate companies or some legitimate NGOs or some legitimate people that are looking for employees, they want to see something different from whatever that they've been having already. So if you're not innovative, if you're not knowledgeable, and if you have not been doing your research properly, of course you'll not be getting the job, right? So this
Yeah.
is at some of the important points as well. If you are seeking for a job, use your internet and your phone are very proper. How important do you think digital literacy for the youth, and what steps should be taken to improve it across various demographics? Because, like, we can be saying when it comes to the youth, they feel like Facebook is just used for criticizing people or even posting pictures for the girls. TikTok is just used for doing challenges, but yet there is more of a knowledge acquired from those social media handles.
Yeah, actually, the social media comes with both positive and then the negative.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I would like to focus on the positive because that's where we need our youth to go to.
Yes.
Yeah. With what I would say, one is the information access. So we get access to variety of information. For example, you can go on Google and Google about anything that you would really want to Google about. Something that you just don't know. For example, what is technology?
Yes.
You go there and Google, it will simply tell you what technology is. When you go to YouTube, you find different tutorials, right?
Yes.
You come back to Facebook and you'll find different social media, media companies delivering news about things that are currently happening within the country. Yeah. So this is how we can use the technology to acquire information.
Yes.
And then you said, what are the steps
Yes.
that we can use to improve digital learning?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this strictly goes to our government and the people above there, I can say. Yeah. In the education sector, I believe that we need to include it in the curriculum. For example, right now, it should be part of what the students are going to learn.
Yes.
We never have anything relative
Relatable.
to digitalization in our curriculum. For example, we have the science, the social studies in
Yes.
primary level.
Yes.
The best development time for your brain
Mm.
is when you're still young.
Yes.
So when it is introduced to you at the earlier ages of 5 to 10, at least you get it in your system, and by the time you come to your early 20s,
yes.
it's already automated. It's something.
And even not like that, but even like the kids themselves at home. I have a 2 year and a half.
Yeah.
2 years and a half. He can grab my phone, insert the pin, go to YouTube direct, and
Yeah.
if the data is not on,
Yeah.
he on the data and tuale go to YouTube. And imagine he is just only 2 years and a half. So they already know, but they just need a little bit push so that
Yeah.
they know how to use it in a very proper manner.
Yeah.
And of course, with parental guidance, it will be of a help as well to shape them.
Yeah, I like that point of the parental guidance. Why? Because in these early stages, you said he's 2.5,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, in the early stages of 1 to 5, that brain is
Totally
fast
empty.
developing, right? That
Yes.
brain is fast developing.
Yes.
So if you don't guide him on what he's learning also on YouTube, he's gonna learn other extra things
That's
that
for
are not
sure.
necessary,
That's for
and
sure.
that will continually be in his system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get back to what were the improvements, the
Yes.
steps that we would take.
Yeah.
I spoke about putting it in the curriculum. I would also come back to infrastructure. Like, for example, if we are to put it in the curriculum, we would need the physical computers
Yes.
in the school.
Yes.
Yeah. So this, as I said earlier, I'm sending it straight to our government
Yes.
officials. Yeah. So you guys should try to put this infrastructure, provide them to different schools. We had right now we have government schools here.
Yes.
They should equip them because
Yeah.
that's the future of today. AI is taking over everything,
Yeah.
and you have to learn from the basic steps till when you can now be like
That's
able to
for
represent
sure.
all of us.
What do you think are the role of technology playing in shaping the social views of today's youth? Because I feel like everybody is just being, I don't want to say it's judged,
Okay.
but everything is just about social media. The way we dress, it's either like Kylie Jenner, or the way you are dressing, it's supposed to be like maybe messy. The way the perfume even that you are spraying, it's just need to be smelling like the brand of Gucci or Versace. So it's just all social media. But do you think so?
Influence
Yes.
has taken over like so highly.
Yes.
So when we talk about like how social media has impacted the lives, I would say we are not one way socialism. It has impacted a lot of youth today because when in the old days we used to have our local ways. Like for example, I don't know if you stayed in villages.
Yes.
Me, I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So we used to just stay as our boys.
Which village was that?
Back in my home country, Akamel.
Okay.
Yeah, Yida.
Okay.
For those who don't know it, dead back to Ruang State.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the early, I don't know, around 2008, 2007, we were still kids. Yeah. So we used to stay as boys, interact with each other, have fun, and discuss our own problems. Yeah. But today we are so divided.
Yes.
Right. For me to talk to my brother, unless I have to call him
What's up?
or text him through WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah. But so this has brought a divide.
Yes.
Why? Because we are always on the social media. I'm scrolling. I'm on TikTok,
Yeah.
or maybe I'm on YouTube, like that. So it has divided us. And also, I would like not to only focus on that, but also mental health.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. Dating back, talking about mental health, like it's so addictive. Yeah, it's so addictive. So you will find that someone has got addicted to social media because on the media there are different sources and information that you can access. Some people you get to take gambling to another level,
Yes.
and gambling comes with a lot of heartbreaks. Maybe you put $300 and that was your last savings.
Center.
You start to have mental issues.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, this
This
is
is all
really
relatable technology.
it's a setback.
Yeah.
And then talking about what you said, whereby we have these different influencers and they promote their own cultures actually. So we come to adopt Western
Things that are
cultures
not ours.
and cultures maybe from other sides that are not relative to ours. We end up forgetting what our culture really is. I'm really impressed with the few who are promoting our cultures actually and try to make it original, like localized.
Yes.
Yeah, For example, our musicians, this guy who's trending is just dropping hits after hit
Yes.
in the local language,
Yeah.
but people are loving it.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's
It's just crazy because our youth, like, they're just judging each other, and this can also lead to depression. And for today is, by the way, we recorded this on the 10th of September, whereby people are being celebrating the National Suicide Day, whereby the rate of the suicide is getting much higher because of I can feel like the contribution of social media, it's being adding on that very issue. But in regard to South Sudan, especially when it comes to technology, like, it's just a lot for us to handle, and we really need to be equipping ourselves with the more knowledge about the gadgets that we're having on our hands, so that we cannot be depressing ourselves from time to time, and as well affect our mental health. To those people who are watching, guess what? This is the 11th episode of the Youth Pulse podcast, and today we are talking about technology and how they are empowering us as youth. And it's still when it comes to the youth and technology, how do you think the use of technology into building or the bridging the gap between the different generation, especially in terms of understanding and communication? Because, like, I can tell you a story. There's a time my dad, we used to stay in Uganda. Yeah, he visit us from time to time. So the time he was there, everybody was just inside the house. Yeah, I was in my phone, my sister was in her tab, and the small ones were watching TV. And for him, he was just there alone. Then he say, like, okay, maybe it's just my first day or second day. Third day, people they serve lunch. You serve your food, you go inside. You eat, you wash your plate, you place it back, you go inside. So he came and asked, like, am I here to see the four walls of the room or I came to visit people? Because, like, everybody is just on their phone. But it's still, when it comes to my question, like, how do you think technology can be bridging the gap between the two different generations?
Actually, first I would talk about the divide.
Yes.
Of how it has divided the two. Yeah, we find out our generation, which is the current world today, we are so addicted and into this learning community, whereby we have adopted the new cultures more on the social media. The Western culture has taken over. So we use it less to the advantage. So that's why you find out that your elders were currently finding it irritating for you not to be communicating with them. So in that way, it has brought that divide. So what can we do to fix it up? What I can say is, as young youth, we need to find it relative and our responsibility to educate the elders and also the young people.
Do you know our aunties and uncles are now on Facebook and WhatsApp, right?
Right. That's, you're on point.
Yes.
You're definitely on point. So that's the influence of technology. While they're trying to catch up with the generation. You know? Yeah, they see, okay, our generation is almost leaving, but these guys are coming up. We need to catch up.
Yes, that's for sure.
So that's the same energy there. But it's also positive because they also get the current news updates and information.
Earlier on, you mentioned about the let me say, the dependency of youth with technology, but it's still, I would love you to go a little bit into depth. What are the risks of technology of dependency among the youth, and how they can mitigate between them as well?
Okay.
Especially you use chat GPT as a student. Can you tell me?
Okay, right. I will answer her question first. Okay, now here's something. When you get addicted also to this online solution solving part, you come to realize that these channels do the work way too much than they are supposed to. So your work, maybe you're supposed to write a letter, or maybe you're supposed to write a project proposal. So you can just write for me a project proposal about ABCD.
Everything is just there.
Everything is there, right? So you find out that you're doing like only 5% of the work, which is just editing, copy pasting, and all that, which is also to promote laziness and your personal skills as developed. So that is the little setback I can say. But with the future, I will still encourage you to use them. On technology dependency, technology goes way to the practical aspect, whereby when we talk about gaming,
Mm.
I don't know your kids too, or
Mhm.
back at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you find out that gaming has taken too much time for
Yes.
children.
Mm.
Yeah, so you find kids getting addicted
Mm.
to gaming,
Mhm.
and this and affects how they get involved in other physical activities.
Mm.
Yeah, for example, the home daily chores that they are
Mhm.
supposed to do.
Mm.
And then when we come to the youth also,
Yes.
we find out that someone is supposed to be working on his own skills,
Mhm.
preparing yourself
Yeah.
to be in the competitive world for jobs and different parts.
Mm.
But then you are addicted to this game. For example, PS. I know you know about PS.
PS5.
Yeah, sure. I'm a big fan. I play
Mm.
PS5
Okay.
almost every day. But then the addictive part is that you'll find out that one more game,
Mm.
and boom.
And the same goes to
It's the
TikTok.
time
Have you
keeps
have you
flowing.
felt whenever like you're just scrolling on TikTok, you
Yeah.
say, let me just watch 2 videos,
Yeah, boom.
10, 15. Zaman khalas intaha.
You
Yes,
find you
yes.
wanted to do it maybe for 1 hour.
Mm.
Already you've reached 3 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's time to sleep. You wake up
Khalas.
late for the next session.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
But still, like, looking forward, like, what technology advancement do you think will have the most significant impact of the youth in the next decade to come?
wow, that's a very nice question.
Mm.
In the next decade to come, that's like looking 10 years from now.
Mhm.
So we say AI.
Mm.
As you can see right now,
Yes.
AI has already taken part
Yes.
and a lot.
Mhm.
Right now we have the self-driven cars, which is
Mhm.
the Tesla.
Mhm.
I told you about the integrated channels, for
Mhm.
example, the ChatGPT,
Yes.
which are already doing much work
Mm.
that other people are supposed to do.
Yes.
The Tesla self-driven cars has
Mm.
already taken over what drivers are supposed to do, right? And then the ChatGPT
Mm.
has done the same for secretaries.
Mm.
If your boss assigns you, go and do this, you
Mm.
already go learn online, and then you do it.
Yes.
If he doesn't want to employ you, he can just do it for himself.
That's for sure. People are going to
Ye-
lose jobs by the
Yeah,
way.
so you can lose your job
Yes.
in that way.
Mm.
So looking at 10 years from now,
Mm.
I'm trying to say that we are seeing more machines
Mhm.
that will be self-operating.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
For example, robotics.
Mm.
Right now, it's the Tesla,
Mm.
and then these apps that are running their
Mhm.
own activities alone.
Mhm.
But I'm looking at more on robotics.
And even like you have seen, there's a video I saw in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Waitresses are being replaced by
Boom.
robots. I said like,
I
okay.
saw the same
And
thing.
this is just in Kenya. Just
Yeah,
our neighbor
it's very near here,
Garibina.
very near here.
Oh my God, what will be happening in the next 5 years to come?
Man, our sisters are in danger.
Ayo.
Yeah, so it's increasingly like taking over.
Yes.
The other thing I would also add to it
Mm.
is the network system.
Mhm.
Right now we are using 3G
Mm.
and 4G network.
And even South Africa is now having 5G.
You see, South Africa already has 5G.
Yes.
So in the future, we are seeing as 5G
Mm.
advancement in 5G
Mm.
and also maybe 6G.
Yeah.
Like to keep on increasing.
Yes, for sure.
So in that way, it will change the way things happen.
Mhm.
For example, right now we talk about virtual reality.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have awareness about the
Yeah.
virtual reality.
Mm.
Games have already started doing this.
Mhm.
Yeah. For example, we had one game which
Mhm.
was with a virtual reality aspect whereby you
Mhm.
play Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to wear this. When you wear it like this, you feel like, oh, I'm really there.
Yes,
Yeah.
for
This
sure.
guy is piercing me with a sword. But it's just a game. You're not there.
And
But
even
you feel the reality.
yes.
Okay. But what I'm now seeing is that in the future, instead of it like being games, I can have an interaction with you like this. So when you're not
Have
here.
you seen that that gadgets that was released by, was it Ray-Ban? Ray-Ban in partnership with Meta,
Mm-hmm.
with Facebook owners, Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
They have created a gadget, a glass whereby you can just be touching things around and whatsoever.
Yeah.
And not only that, but also the video, the movies, the movie theaters.
Yeah.
You can see that there's the 3D movie. If you have gone to a movie theater,
Yeah.
there's that option of a normal movie,
Yeah.
a 3D, and I heard
Mm.
there's a 4D. I don't know how that 4D looks
Even
like.
I don't know now.
Yes, I don't know
That's-
how, but really things are getting advanced each and every day,
Yeah.
and we really need to be careful on how we are going to be using it, and as well how we are going to be empowering it to us as youth, because the future is us, by the way.
No,
It's not anybody
to be
else.
honest, 10
Mm.
years from now,
Mhm.
it's extremely gonna change.
Yes.
If you can just date back 10
Mhm.
years
Mhm.
to the past,
Yes.
Okay.
It's crazy.
you can see how far we were, right?
Yes, that's for
Some
sure.
of the iPhones we are using today, so that we had no
I
idea
know.
about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but today we are able to use them, the
Mm.
ChatGPT, the Tesla,
Yes.
and all this. So you can just imagine 5 years, not even 10,
Mm.
that a lot is gonna happen.
That's for sure.
So we need to just, catch up
Mhm.
do more of digital knowledge
Yes.
and digital education.
Yes.
Right now, there's one small thing I want to add.
Mm.
It's not part of the question, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a little bit of gender inequality in digital learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you find out that our girls, our sisters, back
Mhm.
at home,
Mm-hmm.
they are not treated the same as we.
Yes.
Like, for example, if I come from a family where the eldest was a sister
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the follower, maybe she was 18 and I'm 16.
Mm-hmm.
At that age, I can be having a phone,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't have.
That's for sure.
It's something so real.
Yes.
It happens,
Yes.
but it changes how we are exposed
Mm.
to digitalization and to the media and to
Yes.
information,
Mm.
to knowledge and to skills. It changes that. For
Mm.
example, me, I'm a follower, but I already have different exposure and knowledge
Yeah.
compared to my elder sister.
Yes.
So this sort of gender equality should be
Mm.
educated to
That's
the
for sure.
communities, mostly to our parents, because they own the authority.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So when they understand the reason why, they should give girls the opportunity.
Yeah.
At least we shall get that equality.
Wow. When it comes to the Youth Pulse podcast, it's always getting interesting each and every time. But guess what? Our time is up and we are ending the show. But remember that as we
That's
conclude, remember that technology is not about gadgets and application, is a ladder to reach new heights, a bridge to the world possibility. Stay curious, stay inspired. And this has been the way of us speaking from our hearts as the youth. From me to you, till next time, my name is Dico De Andrew. I love you so much.